First Casino, please welcome our fighters for our next bout, starting with our rising star from the blue corner, Smitty with.
Play with your life, man. All headshots, then we coming for your hype, man. Bring the ice, and Robbie said, do this shit twice, man.
Smitty with no shortage of confidence in his debut. Said he does his tape study. He's got tactical studies of his opponent. He said, I even know what my opponent's favorite food is. Said, my opponent missed weight. He's been eating too much Raising Cane's.
Smitty Witt, 30 years old, training out of Uprise MMA underneath the tutelage of Pete Panos. A tactical fighter out of Los Angeles, California, making his debut here in UpNext Fighting Cage. 135 pounds in the bantamweight division, taking on Double Barrel Darrel.
Started training when his younger brother was getting bullied in their childhood because his dad said, hey, you're going to have to defend him, and has parlayed that now into his debut here in the UNF cage.
Loving the confidence, looking like he's in great shape. The abs, you can crack an egg over those right now. He's looking chiseled, rocking the pink shorts. Excited to see what Smitty Witt does inside the UpNext Fighting Cage.
Said his favorite chess piece is the knight. Well, he's going to try and have that warrior mentality here in his debut. Out of Uprise MMA in Los Angeles. Stepping into the cage for the very first time.
Up next, fighting veteran Byron Valle in his corner too.
And please welcome his opponent out of the red corner, Double Barrel Darrel.
Double Barrel Darrel looks to bring the heavy artillery here. No stranger to UNF fans, as Double Barrel Darrel, all three of his fights have been in the UNF cage. Trying to get to a 500 record here tonight, guys. He comes in 1-2. His victory, unanimous decision. Out of his 2 losses, unanimous decisions as well. He's never been finished, and he has never finished. We'll see if he can change that here tonight. He's fought some tough opposition, though, in the form of Stephen Kellum and knife-faced Seth Coleman in the past.
Yeah, Double Barrel Darrel's an absolute gamer, a UNF veteran. I'd like to see him start working his strikes a little bit more. Let's see if he's improved in that area, because that's where he said he's been focusing on since his last fight.
He does have a victory inside the UNF cage, that back at UNF28 over Adrian Acuna. Let's see if Double Barrel Darrel can put it all together here tonight, Schmo. Getting set for 3 2-minute rounds of action here in the Rising Stars Bantamweight division. Getting ready to set the stage as only she can, Rain Cruz.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for 3 rounds in the Rising Stars Bantamweight division. And it's presented by Micro Minds Organic. Your referee in charge, Frank Trey. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, making his debut tonight. He is a grappler standing at 5'7", weighing in at 134.8 pounds. Representing Uprise MMA and fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Smitty Witt. And his opponent out of the red corner, entering his 4th career bout. He is a jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai specialist, standing at 5'9", weighing in at 138.2 pounds. Representing Legacy and Mad Space, BJ today, and fighting out of North Hollywood, California, Double Barrel Darrel.
Stage is set, bantamweight bout, Rising Stars, 3 2-minute rounds. Certainly Double Barrel Darrel has the advantage when it comes to the experience department. This is his 4th time stepping into active competition against the debuting Smitty Witt.
And this is old hat for Double Barrel Darrel. He's been there, done that. Let's see if he can pick up a big win, though, against the guy making his debut tonight.
Yeah, Double Barrel Darrel, Schmo, would love to even out that record. Smitty Witt comes out throwing early.
Ooh,
Ooh,
landing
nice
some
kick
kicks to the
upstairs.
body
And those
already
are
right
sharp
there.
strikes, too. He's not wasting any energy. Those are very smooth, delivering them effortlessly at this point.
Oh, if Darrel was any shorter, that would have been a head kick. Now goes upstairs. Smitty Witt says that he really studies his opponent, and his last name, Witt, he said, is fitting because he is a very tactical and smart fighter. Get it? Witt.
You see him aiming that kick right at the elbows, because if the elbows go up, it lands right to the liver.
Nice
And it just
question
did right
mark
there.
kick right there. I like how fast he is, fast
And the
twitching,
level change.
light on his feet, mixing it up. Very smooth operator for a man making his debut fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is, and obviously not showing any debut jitters. I mean, came right out throwing. That question mark kick was a thing of beauty, had it connected, but man, these body kicks are gonna do damage if this thing continues. Looking for the big takedown, powers him right in front of us, right into your laps, and secures the takedown, does Witt.
Now working out of side control, steps over in the mount.
See what Smitty can do with this. Again, they just don't have tape on this guy.
Westphal.
And we'll see how comfortable he is on the ground, trying to get that knee across and get into full mount if he can, but he's tied up right now in the legs of Double Barrel Darrel.
He's trying to put that knee on the belly to slide it through. Now he takes the back. Beautiful job. He's going to wrap that choke. Connected
He's
to
got
his
it under.
bicep is going to be very tough to get out of.
This is trouble for Double Barrel Darrel, hand
gotta
fighting right now.
He's got to readjust his grip with his legs to get back even to the back where he can put chest on back pressure. Not enough time to get it.
Yeah, Double Barrel Darrel looks like he's gonna survive this. Precious seconds to go, turned it more into a neck crank, but still aggressive first round by Smitty Witt.
Smitty Witt taking control of this fight. See, full arsenal display. Love the way he started off with this fight, mixing up the kicks. We saw the question mark kick that did not land, but giving a whole different arsenal, and then grabbing the neck, attempting to finish this fight. 10-9 unofficial Schmo card after round 1. Smitty Witt.
And it was all gas, no brakes in round 1 there for Smitty Witt. Double Barrel Darrel was the one getting outgunned there, Jonathan. He was on the defensive the entire round.
Yeah, and you know, Smitty Witt did a great job of staying in the face of Double Barrel Darrel. He never gave him a respite. There was either a kick or a punch coming at all times. Very active, very effortless with his strikes. And you can see him in the corner. He's having a good time. He doesn't even appear slightly gassed.
Yeah, I mean, he looked completely unfazed, you know, just with everything going on yesterday at the weigh-in. He was one of the really just fun, colorful characters at the weigh-in. Really enjoyed interviewing him for that pre-fight interview when he made the, you know, that crack, the joke about the Raising Canes. I mean, this guy seems really, really composed for this being his first active competition.
Again, active with the feet. He's got to start. I'd like to see more hands from him to set up those kicks.
He's got educated feet, though. That is for certain. Man, a lot of snap on those kicks when he throws them.
And Double Barrel's wearing them right now across the ribs in the forearm.
Too sloppy on the back take there. Good job by Darrel Westphal to get out of it. Double Barrel Darrel working the chancery here, trying not to get taken down.
Double Barrel Darrel's going to have to lean on his veteran instincts here a little bit. And he's got, what can he do in this point, Schmo, in your estimation, to try and get something going offensively? He's been on his heels this entire fight as Double Barrel Darrel.
He's been doing a good job fighting right here for the underhook. He needs to get some separation right now, but we need to see him do some level changing. We need to mix it up. We need to get a threat of a takedown, mix it up, go to the body to get upstairs, give him different looks right here. Double Barrel's gonna have to find some buckshot.
Watch that arm, though. And now into the triangle, but what role do the shin guards play when it comes to throwing up a
Certainly make
submission
it
like
difficult,
this?
But you can finish the triangle with shin guards.
The corner of double barrel Darrel telling him to use his feet, power out of this. His corner asking for him to pick him up, but we've seen sometimes that really puts that submission, it really cinches it in when you go for the slam.
Arm when it's tightened up
yeah.
like that, but he would be able to do it here because now his arm's starting to straighten out.
Some good shots being able to land right there from up top from Darrel Westphal.
I know you got to wonder if it wasn't for those shin guards, because these guys, Smitty making his debut, if he maybe would be able to secure that submission via triangle, guys.
And how much gas is getting emptied out of the tank with squeezing around that neck. But I'll tell you what, Darrel Westphal is looking really, really winded on the stool right here. Really exhausted heading to round 3.
Taking a look into the corner here of Smitty Witt. We'll see what the third and final round brings, guys. Smitty Witt has been very active throughout the fight. Can he keep it going? Can he keep that pace up in the third and final round?
And if you're Darrel Westphal's corner, you got to assume you're down 2 rounds. You got to empty the gas tank here. Leave it all on the table. You got to get a finish to get the win.
If there's anything left in the gas tank to empty.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third and final round.
2 more minutes to work for Smitty Witt in his debut. And double barrel Darrel, both fighters touch gloves, shake hands there, and we got 1 round to go to determine this thing. Now double barrel getting a little busy with the inside leg kick there.
Double barrel's team telling him, imploring him to be active, go for it. These 2-minute rounds go by fast. It's all or nothing here.
Double barrel Darrel's using a lot of feints to try to create openings, but the problem I'm seeing is Smitty Witt's not biting on any of them. I'd like to see Darrel just let his hands go in volume and see what happens.
The corner asking for just that, and trying to shrug him off with a hip toss was Darrel. These two jockeying for position now up against the cage, but precious time is ticking away if you're double barrel Darrel.
Yeah, he ends up on the wrong end of a takedown again, but creates a scramble, trying to come out the back door.
Full
and he ends up
now
in mount.
By Smitty Witt. Ground and pound offense, looking for the finish in his debut.
Playing the bongos.
Elbows.
Now he looks for the choke.
It's got him in neck.
That's deep.
For that RNC. And he
gonna
tips.
be it.
Wow.
Oh my Lord, Smitty Witt.
Smitty Witt scores the 3rd round submission in his debut. There you see class on display. But man, oh man, what a showing by Smitty Witt against a veteran of the Rising Stars division in double barrel Darrel. He's gonna have to wait a little longer to try and even that record out as Smitty Witt scores the win and will be 1-0 and gets the submission finish. You gotta say, Smitty Witt, an impressive debut, Jonathan, and certainly one to watch because this guy is an exciting fighter. You saw him throw that question mark kick early. His striking's on point. You said you want to see some more hands to go along with all those kicks, but proved he could go on the ground as well.
Yeah, very talented striker, extremely athletic. I'm a little at a loss for words because as an amateur making his debut, he was quite polished.
Hard to imagine it going much better in your debut if you are Smitty Witt. Tough break for double barrel Darrel, but man, Ironically enough, he was just outgunned here. The time of possession offensively squarely in the favor of the debuting Smitty Witt.
Yeah, he could not have looked better in my opinion. Tremendous debut effort. He's going to open a lot of eyes with the matchmakers. Not only the matchmakers, but the rest of the bantamweight division in the Rising Star.
I saw my parents split up right after the wedding. They told my ass to stay committed.
Yeah, can't wait to see this guy. Marketable fighter. Fun to watch, exciting. Pushes the pace, brings the offense, brings the action. And here to make it all official, Ray Cruz.
What's the move? Can I tell the truth?
Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the winner of this bout, I want to thank our sponsor, Micro Minds Organic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, referee Frank Trigg has called a stop to this bout at 1 minute and 12 seconds of round number 3. Declaring your winner by submission from a rear naked choke, out of the blue corner, Smitty Witt!
The Schmo standing by.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner, Smitty Witt. Debut fight, getting the finish in the 3rd round. What's going through your mind right now?
Man, I told y'all I was gonna do it, man. What is this? What does it say? Up next, fight the winner? You already know. I knew exactly what I was gonna do. And I won the 1st round, but I got the 3rd, so it's all that matters. I finished. I'm a motherfucking finisher, baby.
Full arsenal of moves. You were this close to landing that question mark kick. You were set up for that. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do on social media. If you know who I am, I was showing all 3 weeks grappling, and I knew no one knew about my kicks, so I was trying to knock him out with the question mark kick, but he was a little bit too timid, so I had to go for my usual, razzle-dazzle laughing.
Well, you got the finish right there in the 3rd round with your submission game. What is up next for you?
Man, I'm trying to hop on the December one, man, and y'all better give me the sub of the night, because I fought for that. I know none of these other little jiu-jitsu dudes ain't gonna fight for that. So give me the sub of the night so I can post it on the socials. Y'all gonna love it anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for your winner, Smitty! All right, John, back to you.
Thank you, Schmo. You think Smitty Witt's having some fun out there or what?
He put a smile on my face. He's having a grand time, this guy.
His enthusiasm is infectious. Certainly look forward to seeing more of Smitty Witt. Makes his debut in grand fashion, scoring the victory, a perfect 1-0. More action coming your way from Up Next Fighting.